Hello, my name is Brian, this is Football Manager 22, and we're back in Liga. And this is my second recording of this, as the first time I did so, the audio wasn't on. At least I figured that out before I tried to upload it and spend, 6 hours doing that. We are actually not in Liga, we are in Almeria, at Estadio Juegos del Mediterráneo, a 22,000 seat capacity stadium in Almeria that is along the southern coast of mainland Spain. There is ferry access between Melilla and Almeria. That is one of the places that Melilla does connect to via ferry. It is a long ferry ride. Our fans are going to have to travel 8 hours by ferry to come watch our games. The Melilla airport does not offer direct flights to Almeria, though they might start after this. The Melilla airport is not terribly big and only offers flights to Madrid, Barcelona, Malaga, as far as I saw. So, time to take a look at the club vision screen. They are very fickly disappointed at our not playing attacking soccer. Except we are. We just have been. We'll explain. This was just good the last game. It was in the green. Now it's orange. So the last game turned it, and the last game we had more shots than the opponents. Yeah. Anyways, they're pleased by the other things, and they're delighted. We have signed players under the age of 23 for the first team, as well as under 23 players for development and potential sale. We are working well within the transfer budget. We are building a new stadium. It is a 23,000-seater that they're trying to find space for in Melilla, which, again, given it's surrounded by another country, there's not really actually space. The objectives for the team at the end of the year are the same as before: fight bravely against relegation and reach the third round of the Copa del Rey. Those both seem eminently doable. Over here, they tried to take away one of my scouts, so I fought back, and we did manage to maintain the same number of scouts as we had before. We have a new contract. We are signed through the end of 2028, 2029. And they tried to come to me and hey, we should improve the salary budget of the head performance analyst. And I'm like, we've got a head performance analyst. We're not looking for a new head performance analyst. I don't think the salary is depriving it. What if we spent that money to improve training facilities? And they're like, great idea. I'm like, yeah. So we're working on that again. As you can see, we currently have average training facilities that should hopefully go up to good. 24,000 seat stadium, is what we're planning for. So it's the first video of the year, which means it's time to go over a bunch of transfer stuff. First, we start with Bright Aka from the Accra Lions. That is a Ghanaian side. It costs us $67,000. He is Ghanaian himself. He has very good passing, very good technique, very good first touch, so he's going to move the ball brilliantly. He's got some good determination, but some gaps in both all three of his levels. He's got good natural fitness, so he'll be able to play for a long time. But his physicals are not terribly impressive other than his balance. Resolute personality is a good one. 2-star current ability, 3.5 to 4.5 potential ability. Again, at the price, I think we'll be able to sell him on for a profit, worst case. And he is, like almost all these players who are developmentals, are out on loan. Mostly in the third tier of Spanish soccer. Some of them, one or two are in the second tier, and maybe one's in the fourth tier. Boubacar Nana is a right winger, left-footed, so he's an inverted winger, or potentially an inside forward, but with 7 finishing, I'd say more of an inverted winger. 13 pace and 14 acceleration, so he's got good speed. He's driven. That's a decent personality. Shows some flair, some vision. His dribbling, first touch, and technique are all good. Like to see his passing get better. It's only a 7. Do like to see all the up arrows that he's apparently responding well while playing at Lorca Deportiva right now. 2-star current ability, 4-star to maybe 5th-star potential ability. That's what we like to see. Now we move over to our starter, Isahaku Abdul Fatu. He is also a right winger, left-footed, so he's going to be playing on the right side as an inside forward for us. He has 11 finishing, with 13 pace and 15 acceleration. Really like those physical stats. 16 agility to be able to dance around people. His mentals are the weak spot. They're concentrated mostly in the spots we want. We'd like to see his off the ball, which is kind of his attacking positioning stat, get better than a 9. But 12 vision, 12 composure, so he's going to be good for the net, 14 flair. And then 14 passing, 12 long shot, 11 finishing, 15 dribbling. Can even cross the ball, though being left-footed only on the right side means it'll be a little difficult, though sometimes there are calls for inverted crosses. 3-star current ability, 4-star, maybe a 5th-star potential ability, 21 years old. He's Ghanaian. We got him out of Angers in Liga 1 in France. So he's still got a year or two of development potentially, so he could get up to maybe a 4-star player. Obviously, stars are relative, so, a 4-star on our team is not necessarily a 4-star on, say, Real Madrid, but you got to just take the progress where you can get it. Chris Lane Matsima, 13 pace, 12 acceleration. He's 6'3". As I mentioned last time, Levi Faustino kind of underperformed at center back for us. So, this guy's got 15 jumping reach, so he's not going to have the problem of being a shorty like Faustino did. It does. Faustino's still on the roster. His mentals are very solid. No flair, no leadership, but that's not really, or off the ball, not what I'm really looking for. And his technicals are solid as well. So he's moving in immediately to be part of the center back rotation. Amin Mazouzi, another center back. This guy is a developmental player. Algerian, out of Algiers. In Algeria. Unsporting personality is not a good personality, but it doesn't tell us much about his professionalism. It means he'll cheat on the pitch, he'll flop and undermine players. But I don't care about that so much. I care about him being ambitious and professional. And it doesn't say much about that. 11 pace, 10 acceleration. Definitely would like to see those get higher. But 12 heading, 10 marking, 14 tacklings. Very good defensive stats. Again, he doesn't have leadership flair off the ball, but those aren't important for a center back that much. Good concentration, teamwork, work rate. I'd like to see all those stats get better. He is either footed. That's fun. So again, just another player that we spent money on that, again, if he develops great, then boom, we bring him in, gem him into the lineup. If he doesn't, I'm pretty sure we can make a profit moving him on. Moving into another starter, Steven Sessingen, player from Côte d'Ivoire. We brought him in from Fulham. 14 pace, 16 acceleration. That technical attribute block is beautiful. He's not great at taking free kicks, and his 9 long shots is a 9, but he's a right back, so it's not a crucial stat from by any means. Every stat 10 to 13, just can do everything on the pitch. Mentals are similar. He's got a few that are 8s and 9s, including unfortunately some of the more defensive oriented stats, but most everything's in the solid yellow there. He's just a very solid overall soccer player. 4-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability, though at 25. Who knows if he'll actually pick up any attributes. Maybe if he gets in form, he'll be able to, but he was kind of the biggest purchase, I think, in terms of developed players. We have Carlos Fernandez, another center back. This one, his physicals are better than the last one we reviewed. This is another potential player. 13 pace and 12 acceleration. He came out of Portugal. He is from Guinea-Bissau originally. Good pace, good acceleration. 6'2" with 18 jumping reach. Guy can get up there. Unfortunately, he doesn't make use of it terribly effectively with only 8 heading, but he's got 12 marking and 16 tackling, so he can dispossess a guy. 18 bravery means he's not going to shy away from going in for those tackles either. There's room for him to develop. We'd like to see that passing get better than 9. Teamwork, and work rate in particular, would like to see him get better, but I think there's real potential there. And again, if it doesn't work out quite right, then I think we sell him on for profit. We actually have 2 free transfers we found. This guy, Emmanuel Gayabua, will be a starter for us in the center midfield. Again, just a very beautiful physical and mental stat block. Just nearly all yellows, and the only things that aren't are 9s. His technicals are, okay. He has 12s in first touch and passing and tackling and technique, which are, mostly the center midfield, needs. He's going to receive the ball. He's going to move the ball on. He can dispossess some other guys in the midfield. And with those mentals, he'll find the right pass and be in the right spot. He's not going to score goals, and he's not going to, create beautiful chances for other players, but he's a resolute player. He's 24, 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. You can see a bunch of up arrows. He's in really good form. He's playing well for us. I'm happy to see it. Ibrahima Diallo is, again, a player we found on a free. A Gambian player. I believe we got him out of the 4th tier in Spain. They didn't want him for some reason. Some side made a terrible mistake. 13 pace, 13 acceleration, just great speed. 15 finishing, 16 first touch, 13 passing, 13 technique. And he it's just like, okay, scoring and kind of passing, but what more do you want from a striker? I'm not necessarily looking for these complete strikers who can do everything. I want them to be able to put the biscuit in the basket. Mentals are a very mixed bag. Some of them are very solid, some of them are outright bad, but he didn't cost us anything, and again, he's out on loan. So I think we'll definitely make a profit on him, since we didn't spend anything on him. Yeah. And then we have Ibrahimo Kawio, 19-year-old from Côte d'Ivoire, that we got from ES Tunis, interestingly in the Tunisian league. Came there from Côte d'Ivoire. His pace and acceleration aren't quite what I'd want from a striker. 12 on both fronts. He's single-footed, left-footed. He's fickle, which is not a bad personality. It just means he's a bit mercenary. He'll come at us for more money regularly. Finishing is only 11 as well, but his mental stat block is very, very good. His technicals are very solid. And again, he's 19, 3.5-star current ability, 4, maybe a 5th-star potential ability. I just needed to gamble on this guy. Okay, we're going to sign him. Because you just have a trouble finding guys like this. There's only so many of them. You sign them, you bring them in, you play them, you start them, and you hope they continue to develop. And if they do, then you've got a starter, and if they don't, well, then you move them on eventually. But they're good enough to play for us. We did have one more signing that fell through. It was very frustrating. I think we were the first to move on him. Bennett Issa here for Amatux in South Africa. Fairly professional, so decent personality. 14 pace, 12 acceleration. Great decisions, great flair. We'd play him at center mid, attacking center mid. 16 first touch, 17 tackling. Or technique, excuse me. 12 passing, just 13 dribbling. Oh, creative genius. He's 17. He's 17. All this stat block. Oh, I wanted him so bad. Unfortunately, he's going to Lazio, which is currently the top team in Serie. Well, they've already dropped to 8th, but they're a good team in Serie A, and so we couldn't compete with their reputation because, again, our reputation is really bad. So that was disappointing. I think he's going to be really good going forward. As for us, our performance so far, we've played 4 games, which means nearly everyone else has played 5, so we have a potential to move back up the rankings here. We are 2-2. We beat Granada in Bilbao 3-0, 2-0. We lost, very understandably, 1-4 at the Barcelona. We had a bye, and then this was the game I was going to show, and you are very lucky I did not get to show this to you. It was a horrific game. We lost 2-4 at home against Las Palmas, and they scored in the first minute and the third minute. The first minute was a yellow card on our guy right outside the top of the box, and this was just prime free kick straight into the goal territory. Third minute, they come in breaking in from the left side. They miss. It goes off the post. Our goalkeeper dives. Their guy rebound goes right back to him, and he just slots it into the open net. Just complete and utter flukish nonsense. We kill them on XG. We have nearly 3 XG and score 2 goals. They have 1.5 XG and score 4. Like, we had so many good opportunities, and we could not convert them. Their goalkeeper stood on his head. 7.7. He was just great. It was very frustrating. But so we have a game against Malaga. Malaga's in 13th right now. They're an okay team, but this is very much a game where we should be picking up some points. It's frustrating that our Assistant manager doesn't quite get us. They want us to move us back to caution, lower the line of engagement, play more defensive. That's not who we are. We play vertical tiki-taka pressing soccer. Up top, Kawio, Fatawu, and Michael. Oldest of these players is 21. 19, 20, 21. Great. Love to see it. In the middle, Gayabua, Gonzalez, Nadam. That would be Yusuf. He's just coming back from injury. He will slot back into the center midfield when he's healthy. Nadam is upset with me. He wants a new contract. He signed for 2 more years, and he's 29, so I really don't want to give him a new contract. He's a solid player, but anyways. Sessingen on the right, Matsima and Riyad in the middle, Mendy on the left, Bayeste in goal. So that's what we've got. We're playing on the road against Malaga. And let's see how it goes. It basically has to go better than last game. Because that was, a bunch of flukish nonsense. Right, Malaga, who runs out that 4-3-1-2. We did close the year, I believe, last year with Malaga. And us in our classic 4-3-3. Red and white stripy boys. And they play the ball. Galvez, Ramon, into Sonoza, Van Overeem to Starfelds, Araujo out on the left side, and our man gets out to it, but just clears it out, so they will have a throw-in. And let's take a commercial break. After these messages, we'll be right back. Yes, sure, press that guy. Mendy will have a throw in here on the left, throws it up to Ndam. It's going to play back to Mendy. Finds Gonzalez. Mendy up to Michael. Gonzalez, Ndam. And reverses field over to Fatawa. Passes to Gaibua. Fatawa finds Sessingen running down the right side. Unmarked. Can he create an opportunity? Tries to go with a stutter and go. Not really. Fatawa to Gaibua. Back to Sessingen. Does try to get dispossessed, but doesn't really work. Now he's in his own space. Centers. Gonzalez gets a foot on it. Slaps it past the keeper. That's a goal. Jose Antonio Gonzalez in the 12th minute. Malia takes a 1-0 lead. It tells me to press a guy. I've already told them to always press. Love it. That's why you just kick it in the box when you got a bunch of guys there. Hopefully someone got their foot on it. In breaking corner here from the other team. Oof. A little dangerous. Looks like our guy got to it, but apparently didn't, as it was on frame. Okay, interesting. Reviewing their formation. 2 Mazzalas. Bowling midfielder in the middle. Mendy dispossesses. Riyad comes away with it. Plays it over to Sessingen. Up to Fatawa. Fatawu. Back to Maxima. To Sessingen. Over to Dom. Dom played all the way back to Bayeste. After last game's dismal performance, finding that next replacement for Bayeste becomes all the more important. I've been scouting goalkeepers heavily. I've got a few players that I kind of like, but man, none of them are cheap, and that's the annoying thing. And none of them are so good that it's oh, I gotta get that guy. That's what Sessingen. Gabio takes a shot, blocked. Next shot is blocked as well, and eventually they clear, and we will throw in. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly who the right call is. Hopefully we do well enough this year that we pick up another half star of world reputation, and maybe that unlocks some new options in terms of who's willing to come to Malia and play for us. They play it long, but we do a good job of retreating back to be able to present a solid unified defense. Sessingen plays it forward. Unfortunately, no one makes a run, and Aaron is the one who comes away with it, their goalkeeper. Looks like he's looking for a throw down the right side, but Gonzalez, I think, is actually up on him, pressing. That's not great. It was their header, bounces forward, and Sornosa is the one who comes away with it. Yeah, I could just use some top flight center backs who seem to react properly as well. That would be nice. Just completely gets outraced. It's Like, how do you not see where the ball's going and get there? Sessingen will have a throw-in up to Fatawu. And Nadam will reverse field, and Mendy will get under it. Musa Michael, bit lazy making his break up the pitch. But eventually it plays a long shot for Fatawu, but nothing comes of it. Gaiabua wins the header and does head it to Fatawu, who's running down the right side. But again, not too bi-footed, so he's going to have trouble getting a good cross-off. That's more like it. Taps it in a Sessingen. Goes off a defender. We're going to have a throw-in from the corner. No one loves those. Maybe if you have someone who's good at long throws and has the trait that they do long throws, but we do not. And there's the cross in, but no one was home, and they headed out. Gonzalez, first one there, plays over to Riyadh, plays it to Nadam, but it's a lazy pass and gets dispossessed. Come on. They managed to make the break there, but we do manage to make the save, and then just kind of bomb it away, which I don't love. As they just win possession of it. Van Overeem plays it out to the right side. Martinez on the race, easily blocked by Mendy. We're gonna have an outbreaking corner here. Plays it short. Nope, nothing terribly interesting there. And so that was, I guess, the half. 1-1. We have not had enough shot attempts. Just the 3. Only the one that went in on target. They, meanwhile, have had 7 on frame. 7 shots, 5 on frame. Possession's been dead even. We're completing more passes. I guess we will compliment. We are on the road against a team that is not currently relegation fodder, so that's something, but I really would like to see more shots. Fatou kind of does a circle with the ball and lays it back all the way to Baeste, who's coming up. Plays up to Riyadh, back to Baeste, now out to the left side, and Mendy. Mendy's going to pause and think about it, and play up to Musa Michael. Musa Michael finds Kawio, finds Gaiabua making a run, to Gonzalez making a run, to Fatou making a run. Everyone just keeps making those runs. Eventually, nope, Fatou will just pass it straight to a defender. That's less than ideal. Camillo is tripped up by Matsima. That's probably a yellow card, and it is. First one of the game. Perfect time for it. So Mendy with the throw in here on the other side, is they apparently do anything with they don't do anything with their free kick. Gonzalez plays along for Kawio, but he can't control it. It goes to the defenders, who are now the offenders. Sure. Mendy wins a header, but it goes long and not quite out of bounds. Their right back will play it back to their goalkeeper, who makes a bit of a run out. Tempting fate. His defenders drop to get it even with Araujo. That's it. Van Overeem up to Munoz into Camero. Ramon. We double block Ramon's path, and the ball bounces right back to another attacker who slots it home against a defenseless Baeste. Okay. That's just great. So great. And eventually the ball is poked away, and Gonzalez is the first one to it. Riyadh, Matsima, Baeste turns, Nadam, Riyadh out on the left side there. Yep, Mendy. Mendy making his run, plays it to the center for Kawio, lays it back to Gaiabua. Down the right side, Sessingen, bit of a cross there to Gonzalez, and passes it to Kawio, who strikes from the top of the box. 4th goal of the year for Ibrahima Kawio, a 19-year-old from Cote d'Ivoire. Beautiful shot. Let's play it again, Sam. Good stuff. And we're all square again. Here, just crossing the 60th minute. Matsima is the only one on our side with a yellow card. They don't have any yellow cards either. Musa Michael is the first one to gas out a bit. He's playing as a winger now. We had been playing him as an inside forward last year, but with the acquisition of Fatawu, it makes a lot more sense to play him this way, especially with his bi-footed nature and the fact that his crossing is better than his finishing. We play Abby over there, but Abby is very left-footed. I guess that's fine. His crossing is only a 9, but I've never super valued crossing as a stat. Mostly because, once regen start piling in, nobody has good crossing. Riyadh will play it back to Matsima as we reinitiate possession from the back. Ball's played long, but just straight to their defender. Ball's then played forward, right to our defender, who just blasts it long back to their defender. It's not the world's most elegant soccer. But we hold with some possession, boys. Let's get the passes to the right people. Ball's back to Aaron, and then play the first back forward to Starfiddlis. Starfiddlis? Sure. Araujo. Yeah. Bit of exchange amongst their defenders. We're not pressing super hard at this point. Guys are probably tired. 2-2s, been back and forth. The ball's played across to Ramon and over to Araujo. Into the middle, Sonrosa. God, Bayeste, can you save anything, buddy? This is painful. What the hell? Free kick. We play it to the back, and Kawio heads it very nicely. Unfortunately, it is blocked outside. Fatawu will take it here in breaker. Kawio short post, and it looks like it's going to be an Abby gets his foot on it. Is he offsides or is it an own goal? I think they're going to take this away from Abby. Oh, no. We have a goal awarded. Charles Abbey, first goal of the year. Kawio off the defender, and I guess the defender kicks it right off Charles Abbey. Right place, right time. Charles Abbey stamps on the ball and takes possession. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to go on the left side. Turns around, plays it back to Mendy. Mendy tries to make a beautiful pass forward, but doesn't find Gonzalez. And, then they're back on the attack. Matsimo with the just lousy... Trying to, lay out in the midfield and just... I don't get it. Doesn't manage to do anything effective with the ball. Gaibu is the next one who's tired, and Matsima is on a yellow and is playing poorly. So let's pull those two. Nadam's also tired though. Bring in Festino for Matsima, and who we have for center backs? It'd be Boney. Yeah, it's just I think I'd rather have Boney at defensive mid, and we'll bring Nadam up to play in the center mid strata. Boney is much more defensive oriented. Nadam offers some other opportunities. Ball's played forward to Camelo. Had a bit of a step, and then lays it back to some of his other guys, and there we are. Let's give the boys an encourage and try and get morale good for the last 10 minutes of the game. Some presses on. They have a throw in. Ball's played to Munoz. Over to Van Overeem. Wide, but nothing comes of it as Mendy gets it. Plays it into Riyadh. Riyadh up to Trova. Trova to Gonzalez. Back and forth. I'm surprised he didn't look for Mendy on the side. Ball's played forward to Kawio. Does get on the end of it. Plays out to the edge to Abbey. Making a run. 1-on-1. Does get ahead and crosses, but Gonzalez heads it wildly. Just desperately trying to get ahead on it, and it goes out the back. Okay. Looks like Abbey got enough of a disruptive foot in there to send the ball wide. It was a bit dangerous. And Trova here does enough to knock the ball away, as we need to reset our defense as they trying to reset their offense. after that corner. Sessingen is the one with the ball. Plays it forward to Abby, who's a bit of a runner. Should lay it out there to Mendy. Doesn't, keeps making a run himself. Turns, Mendy has made an overlapping run, so he has to play it into Tony Bonitrova. Ball's played forward, looking for Dom, but if he has the juice in his legs regularly, he doesn't right now. We're quickly approaching the end of regulation. Fatawu, ball's played forward. Does have a one-on-one with him and a defender. Ball's played over to Charles Abbey, but unfortunately at that distance, Aaron does manage to square back up. I think with the defender between him and Fatawu, he didn't feel super compelled to commit to that left side, and instead was able to be flexible. And so, yeah, there we go. 3-3 draw. It's a road game, so that's okay. Again, we just desperately outclassed them in terms of XG. Possession was even, which we would take for a road game. We're just, I don't know, struggling in the back, struggling with Baeste maybe. I'm not really sure what the issue is. Our next two games are both against Real V and Celta, who's in 15th, Real V, who's in 16th, Gijon 17th, Ibar in 20th. So we really need to just turn things up. 3 of those 4 at our home games. We need to turn things around. We need to win all of these, presumably, even the one against Real V, and really kind of lock up a spot in the upper mid-tier after, say, 9 games. That would be really nice. But we're on 7 points all by ourselves here. 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. Callio has done very good for us so far. Sessingen has also done really good at the right. Both those were good acquisitions. Ananu has been a sub in 4 games. He also wants a new contract. He's 28. I'm not sure he's worth it. It's the same boat. He signed through 2028. Why would I give him a new contract? Riyadh is kind of coming back from injury. He spent last year coming back from injury, but was a step slow. I think this is the year where he's back to normal truly, because it was a torn ACL, big injury. Charles Abbey in sub appearances is good, and so is Trovoni, who has struggled. Musa Michael has continued to struggle at the left wing. Mendy on the left side. Maybe we'll go back to Sandro Cruz, see how he performs on the left side, and maybe we'll just keep our eye on it for a new left back. I don't know. So I thank you so much for joining me. I would love to hear from you. Please don't hesitate to reach out, whether that be on YouTube or anywhere else where you can reach me, to have a lovely chat about this game or frankly anything else. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely good day. Bye.